Gentlemen, and hello everyone. I'm Flubman11. I'm joined here today in the booth by Rain.
Hello.
And we're here for week 10 of OLTP Season 5. We're playing this week on Star. We got the first game of the night tonight here between Shia LaBeouf and the Kitty Caps tonight.
Indeed it is.
So Rain, what are your hopes and dreams for this fixture today?
This is a pretty eventful match because if Shia LaBeouf win, then they make playoffs. And Kitty Caps and Cap 22s are out of contention. If Kitty Caps win, though, they still have a shot of making playoffs if Cap 22s lose later on tonight. So, important game in terms of the playoffs ladder here.
And it should be noted that the dependence on the Kitty Caps making the final is also dependent on cap difference. So they've got to win by at least 12 caps tonight to overcome the cap difference for them to be able to get into finals.
They can do it.
It's definitely not unheard of.
Yeah, well, it kind of is. I mean, 12 caps on Star isn't likely at all. But I mean, they can do it, technically. So that's what matters.
It's mathematically possible, right?
Yeah. Anything is possible.
As I said, this is week 10, so this is the last week before the finals fixtures. So still everything to play for in this game. Looks like we're ready to start straight away.
Majestic Moose did say wait, but nobody really cares what he thinks, so we are going into game anyway. Yeah.
So yeah, you may, if you missed earlier, we're playing on Star this week. Star is one of the stereotypical defensive contain prevent maps. Going to be very cagey, nub spikes aplenty. It's going to be a very tough game.
Unfortunately, I think this is going to be extremely one-sided, and Shia LaBeouf are going to stomp Kitty Caps because Dogsayo and Pinkman, who I believe, okay, yeah, back to group.
Yeah, we're going back to group. Not sure what the issue was there. Did you see what the issue was?
I think somebody for Shia LaBeouf disconnected, and it was Pinkman. But yeah, Dogsayo and Pinkman are probably the best offensive duo in the league, and Kitty Caps have one defender on their team. Well, one native defender at least. So it's going to be quite tough for them to keep the flag in their base. And Dokugan and Moose is a really accomplished defensive pairing. So
yeah, now Moose has been forced into majors over Hoog on the Shia LaBeouf team. So interesting to see how they've how that's worked out. But I've got to say, Moose and Doku have been playing a much better partnership than Hoog and Doku throughout the season.
Yeah, that has kind of been a liability for them in terms of their defense. I don't know if Moose and Doku will be able to prevent Bullis and A from getting out a fair amount of times on this map, but when they're chasing, they are extremely good and they really know how to shut down an offense, so it'll be an interesting game to see.
Looks like we're ready to jump back into it. Predictions, Rain.
5-1 to Shia LaBeouf in this half, at least. And then like another 5-1, so 10-2. But I don't know. You know, what do you think, Flugman?
I'm going to go 8-3 Shia LaBeouf.
Oh, jeez. It's going to be one-sided, I think. Yeah. I don't know if it's going to be the most defensive map, to be honest.
We're going back to group again. What's going on here? Okay. It looks like Alamayo's had a white screen, so we're going back to group again for the second time, and hopefully we'll be able to get back into the game pretty soon. At least this wasn't as bad as Iron, where the game settings weren't even correct, and then we started playing and we're just like, what?
I don't know what's going on. Hopefully we can get into the game here.
Okay, looks like everyone's in. Yep, we got a Juke Juice up on the Shia LaBeouf side, a Tag Pro up on the Kitty Cap side, and it looks like we're ready to almost go.
3.
Can't believe I signed up for 20 minutes to start, man. Can't believe it.
What's the worst that could happen?
TP in the hands of balls. It's pretty good. That could be an early cap for them. Taking it on offense now, Pinkman having flaccid. Alama's out of base.
Although Dope also gets out of base using the Juke Juice. He's going to boost around bottom, almost sneaks through.
Gets a return, and Dim Sim is still holding the base. 2 ahead though, Arcane is holding that button, but not much happening for A here.
And he gets closed down by Moose. In the end, Bulbous has got an avenue out top, but Doku's going to close him down. He's still going to go top, and he's going to get around as well. But he does get closed down in the end. Oh, A sneaks past Doku. He's now got top open, but he's going to double back. Oh, and the nub spike from Doku does very well to tag out A there on the mid spike.
Shia LaBeouf are very, very willing to play a defensive game here, just getting people on offensive defense and not moving. Pup spawning now. Shia look like they have the advantage here. Arcane not doing much in his own base.
Bulbous gets another Tag Pro though. In fact, exactly the same pups as the first round. Dope grabbing a Juke Juice and Bulbous grabbing a Tag Pro. Bulbous is going to use that to lead A down through bottom. Dope's just going to hold on. He's going to sneak through mid and get out bot as well around Arcane and Bulbous.
Ooh, Bulbous holding that Tag Pro really well in front of Ayla. A getting closed out of his own base now though. Does get away.
Avoids the noob spike. Dope's doing very well holding that flag there. He's gonna try and juke around, but Bulbous does close him down at the same time as A gets closed down by Doku and Moose. Both Arcane and Moose are on the gate, so the gate's up for either team until Moose jumps off it. Dim Sim sneaks past the choke of Moose. He's in base, but Moose does close him down. Both teams have reset up and very establishedly safe at this moment, so it's going to be a very cagey little while. Both pups going to the Kitty Caps, Juke Juice apiece for Dim Sim and Bulbous.
That's a really big advantage here on Star. Getting a quick return can be the difference between getting a cap.
Ooh, and that was almost a quick return there. Oh, there is a quick return, and it's going to be almost. Oh, what happened? What happened to ALMAO there? He just ran into a spike. If Doku gets this return here, it could spell trouble, but Dim Sim does sneak away bottom. Gets returned in the end. A's gonna trace Dope around the top, but he's gonna stay alive. Can he get past Arcane and A in the choke? He does. One more to beat. He's gonna get around the back, and that's a cap. Wow, well done.
Really good block there. Great play from Dubso to lead all of the Kitty Caps around and get that cap in. And Pinkman has the flag ahead of 2 now. Only Dim Sim covering him top. Bulbous coming around to close him down from the other side as well. He will get ahead of Bulbous as he spikes himself though. And Pinkman's going to come in for another cap as well. 2-0 Shia LaBeouf.
Just completely caught out of position there, the Kitty Caps. They had no one in base and Pinkman was just able to walk straight in. Now Arcane's going to try and find a way through mid. Both Moose and Pinkman are on the buttons, so he's not going to get through. A's now got the flag, but he gets closed down by Moose, and it looks like we've got a reset on both sides of the map.
Kitty Cap's really showing the danger of committing too hard to those pups there, with Dim Sim out of position and Pinkman just slipping past him for an easy cap. Not much you can really do about that on start, apart from just give up the pup. Otherwise you're leaving your own base completely.
Well, they are up 6-2 in pups at the moment, but they just haven't been able to make use of them. I mean, Bulbous has had 2 Tag Pros, and they've had a multitude of Juke Juices, but it just hasn't been able to put them in a position to cap.
And Ayla positioning himself really well there on the other side of Doc again, pushing him away from the pup here. So Bulbous and A are playing really well around these pups. Unlucky for Moose to get that really good counter play there, but more often than not, they're in a better position there, and that's why that 6-2 lead there exists.
So Moose grabbed the Tag Pro. Oh, Doku boosts, I think it was Dim Sim into Dope, who gives him the return. A's going to sneak out. He's, well buttoned by Pinkman there. Now Dim's going to try and go bottom. Moose tags him out. Pinkman's got 2 to beat, including the fag carry. A does well.
Arcane blocking out forwards for a bit there. Ball's getting a good kiss there. As Moose on the other side of Dim Sum on that button though. If Moose dies here, that could be a cap for Arcane.
Well duked there. Still in trouble, but Dope comes in and gets the return on Arcane to give Moose a bit of breathing space. Oh, well, that was an interesting kiss there. Pops are up. Dope's going to grab that tag pro. Arcane's going to grab the rolling bomb instead of Ballers.
Man, this is really risky for Kitty Caps.
And he goes straight into a spike.
They're all in front of that
and the tag pro, is it going to get into base? And they finally get it in.
Third cap for Charlotte.
Oh, Dope, that's freaking disgusting. Uses the rolling bomb to tag out another one of the Kitty Cat members. That was brutal. So 4 minutes left here on Staff, the first half of the first game of the evening. 3-0 currently to Shia LaBeouf. Looking like they're most likely going to put themselves in with a shout of making final. A's doing very well to duke between Moose and Pinkman, but Dope's holding onto the flag efficiently enough for him to stay alive. Pops are up very, very soon. Moose is going to grab a Duke Juice. Dim Sim's going to grab a Tag Pro and try and lead Ballers out of there. They're going to go top and try and chase the return as well. Oh, Dope and Moose just having a bit of a catch up in the middle there, almost pushing each other into spikes, but it's okay in the end. Now A decides to go for the kiss, probably the better option there as well, to give them a little bit of a defensive reset, and we've got a reset on both sides. Moose does grab though, and he's going to head bottom. No, he's not. He's going to jump back through mid. Actually, he's going to pull Arcane all the way up. And now he's almost blocked himself into a corner between Dim Sum and Arcane. He's going to double back into the right pup area, and mid's opened up for him, but Arcane's on the button, and he does get tagged in the end. Pinkman's now coming into base. The blocks are on. Oh, but A grabs and gets out of base, but not quite. Moose gets a return. Pinkman's on flag, and that's a cap.
Beautiful cap there by Shia LaBeouf. Looking like it's going to be as one-sided as we predicted before the game started. I mean, it really looks like Shia LaBeouf are playing an extremely safe game here, because when they're on the flag, they're never really at risk of losing it too often.
Dope, that's filthy.
Kitty Caps always have one person on one side of middle and one on the other, and it's really killing them. They're never having two people chasing that flag down.
Yeah, you can already see the hold time for Shia LaBeouf is over a minute more than the Kitty Caps at the moment. They've just been able to get the regrab train going and get those tight holds when they've needed them. But as I say that, there's a return off the snipe, and now Pinkman's going to come into base and grab and get returned. So we've got a reset on the Kitty Cap side. So potentially an opportunity for the Kitty Caps if they can push out of base here. Still just under 2 minutes left. Dope's grabbed that Tag Pro, and Docky grabs the Rolling Bomb, which is defused. Now Dim Sim's going to get absolutely slaughtered by Moose there. Ouch.
Wow. And Dogsayer has taken out about 4 people with that Tag Pro, but not choosing not to escort Pinkman any further, and Moose is just holding that button. I don't know why.
Pinkman doesn't need an escort. Look, he can just juke Arcane and get into base just like that. just like that.
Just like 1v2.
Who needs an escort?
Well, it looks like Shia LaBeouf are making playoffs at the expense of Kitty Caps and the Cap 22s.
That's pretty raw for the Cap 22s and the Kitty Caps. However, you got to hand it to Shia LaBeouf, showing a clinical first half here. 5 caps up with just under a minute left to go. And
power-ups going over to Kitty Caps again, it looks like.
No, both of them to Shia LaBeouf. That actually puts them ahead in pops for the half after they were 6-2 down.
So we're going to need that TP, going to grab the flag as Pinkman blocks with the Juju's. So what could go wrong?
That.
And Dogsayer is going to go 12 as Halo Man spiked himself now. Looks like it'll be another cap.
That will be another cap. There's no one in base. Dope's just going to walk it in. Two flashes there from the Kitty Cats. One bomb straight into the spike, the other one a quick return, and that's going to be the half. 6-0 here for Shia LaBeouf. Dope's just going to run into the spikes for the hell of it. Pinkman could almost get across and get another cap.
Oh, that's
6,
another cap.
5.
Oh,
Yeah, that's another cap. Wow.
7-0.
So 7-0 in the first half here.
Five caps to Pinkman and 2 to West Upsayer. Whoa.
An absolutely offensive onslaught, and also on defense for Shia LaBeouf, 7 minutes of prevent with 34 returns. That's just amazing on such a cagey map. They've done very, very well there, and they are looking like they want to play finals this season.
Yeah, indeed. Unfortunately, my team has got to play in 20 minutes. I will see you guys later. Thanks for coming. Well.
Okay, anyone watching the game who wants to come and com with me, you can jump in Vinsane TV. Unless you're Boomhead Shop. Is he online? Is he watching? He's not online. It's okay. Anyone? Nige, come play. Come. Yep, nope, yep, nope, yep. Okay, looks like I'll be coming on my own then. So, yeah, a comprehensive first half from the Shia LaBeouf there. Alamero not getting any power-ups across the entire first half. And that put him very rooted at the bottom of the leaderboard with 13 grabs and no returns, I think. Oh no, 5 returns. And looks like we're ready for the second half here. Again, so for the Kitty Cats to have a possibility of finals, they have to win by 12 caps, which means winning by 20 caps to 0 in this second half. Otherwise, if Shia LaBeouf finish off the game, they are guaranteed that last final spot. And we're almost ready to go here, 9 seconds left. Juke Juice on either side. It looks like A's probably going to grab that Juke Juice on the Kitty Cap side, and Doku on the Shia LaBeouf. And we're ready to go. And the entire Kitty Caps team went for that pup, and as I said, A was in the best position to grab it. Dope is almost going to sneak out with that Juke Juice, but doesn't quite get out there. In the end, it's going to be a very quick set of flashes from either side and a reset on both halves. It looks like just from the banter going on in the group chat that Kitty Caps are not going to be taking this seriously. Although, as I say that, A's out ahead and he's going to boost all the way around the back. Is he going to get into base? No! Pinkman gets around the blocks and gets the return. ALMA showing his displeasure in the chat, typing out in capital letters NO. Wow, that was very tight, and that would have been the ideal start for the Kitty Caps heading into the second half. Next round of pups are just about to come up. Moose is going to grab that Tag Pro on the left side. Dope grabs a Juke Juice. And so, he's hacking ref, says ALMA. Bulwis, wow, gets through the mid. Oh, sorry, gets through bot. He's got Moose and Dope to beat in base. Dope's going to use that Juke Juice to just sneak out bottom. He's going to have all the time in the world, but the Imsim closes him down. Doku's now the only one ahead. Nah, he's got plenty of time. A bunch of noob spikes in the middle just mean that it's basically a reset except for the flag carriers, and Doku's just going to sneak away. bait Arcane into the spikes. He's going to juke Dim Sim around. Dim Sim does get the return in the end, but ball is closed down by Moose and Dope. Now Pinkman's got Dim Sim to beat up top. Is he going to try? Nope. The banter's strong in team chat, and in the end Pinkman does get returned. Dope is going to try and chase A. No, he's going to go down bot. Oh, Nub Spike there, pushes A into the spikes. Return here on Arcane, and the Nub Spike's in. Can Dope get into base before Bulwark gets there? Not quite. Bulwark does get the flag, but he gets returned straight away. Dim Sim gets a flash straight into the rolling bomb, and Dope gets a cap at the end of all that. Could be another one as well here. Moose has gone straight through the middle, but does get tagged by Alamar. So first blood in the second half going to Shia LaBeouf. Did take them a bit longer than it did in the first half. Pinkman and Bulwark correspondingly flaccid. But Arcane's out bot. If Dope... No, Dope's very safe. He gets himself out. Oh, but he runs into Pinkman and gets shot down. Arcane ran straight into a spike there though, so a missed opportunity possibly for the kitty. A's got mid up. He's not going to go for it. Instead, he's going to double back into the Shia LaBeouf base, use the bomb, and try and use that time to find another avenue. He's going to go bottom, gets around Dokugan. Blocks are on, but you can't block two of them if you're Arcane, especially with now a tag pro in base. So A's just going to bug out and come back another day. Two tag pros up for Shia LaBeouf here. They're looking very, very safe at the moment. Pinkman's going to clear the base out. Oh, Dim Sim does well to avoid the tag pro and get the return. That's going to be a cap to the kitty caps. Wow. The entire Shia LaBeouf team fought just completely out of position there. Dim Sim gets the return when it was needed, and he buys himself a cap for the team. Pinkman now looking to do the same. He gets closed down by Bulbasaur as he tries to go wide. Now Dope's got 2 to beat after A and Dim flaccid. He gets around 1 with the help of Pinkman. He can't get around Arcane when he chases him down though. 5 minutes 50 left. Next round of pops are up. Alright, it's looking very contested. It's going to go to the kitty caps. Goes to Bulwark. And Dim Sim's going to grab the left pop all to himself. And so it's going to be tight. Oh. Penguin misses the kiss and gets around, leaving, I think it was Moose to get the tag on A. Dokugan gets the return finally, but Pinkman does get tagged as well. It's going to be very dangerous here, and Dope decides that discretion is the better part of valor and kisses to save his team a possible cap there. Pinkman, I don't know what Pinkman was thinking there. He's almost going to run straight into the regrab and return himself. Just over 5 minutes left here on Star. Neither team looking nearly as dominant as Shia LaBeouf was in that first half. Both teams looking very scrappy and very chasey. Just over 2 minutes of prevent for both teams at this stage of the game. So after Shia LaBeouf had 7 minutes of prevent last game, you'd expect that number to be much, much higher. As I say that though, Dim gets choked up in the top, and Dope's just going to stroll in for a cap. Oh, A almost did very well there using the bomb and the tag pro to grab it and get out of base, but he gets spiked in the end. Doku's going to try and bug out there, but he's going to get closed down. No, he doesn't. He gets through, and A goes across mid and sort of gives Doku a way out, but does close him down in the end. Regrab was established for Shia LaBeouf, and they've got a relative amount of safety as Doku gets a nice snipe there on, I think it was Bulwark. Pinkman sneaks around the bottom. Wow, well done. Managed to prevent the cap, and the return there, the noob spike return gives Pinkman an open avenue into base and just allows another cap for Shia LaBeouf. Now, 11-1 overall. Another noob spike there from Doku. Oh, sorry, from Moose. Noob spike's the most disgusting tactic in Tag Pro, but god, they'd worked so well. Dope trying to turtle Doku in the corner there next to the bomb, and ends up getting Doku returned. But Pinkman's going to slide away around the rolling, the juke juice. Almost gets into the top spike. That would have been a laugh and a half. He's managed to miss the noob spike, but does get noob spiked in the end by Arcane. Very well done there. Oh, unlucky from A there. Oh, sorry, not A. Dim boosting down and got the kiss instead of missing the opposition flag carrier. 3 minutes left. Next round of pups up in about 10 seconds. Yeah, looking at Charleboff looking very safe from this position. You wouldn't expect them to possibly even concede another cap, as Doku gets the snipe as off the boost spawn and enables Pinkman to just walk in for another cap. Moose is going to even get in for another one if they can block out Arcane, and they do, and that's another 2 caps straight away. Brutal stuff here from Charleboff. They got a Tag Pro lead now as well. Bulls is going to get tagged by Moose. Tag Pro lead's coming through top, and Dope's just like, nah, you can do it yourself, can't you, Pinkman? He can't do it himself. A closes him down. Dope's going to get out, but no, he's not. He's going to go through mid. No one's on the button. He's not going to go through mid. He's going to try and he's just spikes himself in the end. Pinkman's in a bit of bother here, but does sneak away very easily in the end. Arcane's waiting for that boost to come up, and it does come up, but he just uses it to go straight into a spike instead. Dope buys Pinkman just a little bit of time, and Pinkman's just going to wheel through and wheel around. He's got 3 to beat, and Arcane does close him down in the end. Next round of pups just about up. Bulwis is going to grab that rolling bomb. Moose is all by himself to grab whatever the left power up is. He's just waiting. Asks anyone when's left, and he grabs a rolling bomb to complement his flag carrying abilities, and doesn't even need the rolling bomb in the end, and comes in, grabs the flag, and absolutely destroys Bulwis into the spike. Just over a minute left. Doku's just hanging through mid. He could walk in for another cap if there's a return. There is a return. Blocks are on, and that's another cap. 7-1 here in the second half. And Dope going to be able to? He's got the entire Kitty Caps team to B. It does get closed down by A in the end. Arcane just spawned right when Pinkman's been given the flag off regrab. But Pinkman does get around. Oh, well done with the boost there. Absolutely perfect. He's not going to get past Bulwis and Arcane though. 50 seconds left. Doku's going to close down A. Next round of pups is just about up. Bulwis grabs that Juke Juice. A's commenting Brazil 7-1 in the chat, and it looks like it might stay that way unless Shia LaBeouf can even put another one past the hapless defense of the Kitty Caps at the moment. Dope's got the Juke Juice, and he's just going to stroll around and wait for that to defuse. While he waits for the return, Moose is going to get that return. A's got the regrab though. Dope's waiting for Arcane to come closer before using the bomb, and Arcane does very well there to nullify the bomb's effect. But that will be the game. 7-1 here to the to Shia LaBeouf, putting them into finals contention, guaranteed 4th place from here at least. So congratulations to Shia LaBeouf. On the other hand, that ends a disappointing season for the Kitty Caps after a change of captaincy and some very crazy team issues. But overall, grabbing two wins for them for the season wouldn't be such a bad result in the end. Can we get some interviews? Do we want some interviews? I think we should interview some people from Shia LaBeouf. And I'm back. We got Doku here. Doku, congratulations. You are now guaranteed a finals position. Well done.
Yeah, we did it.
Woo! And
People didn't believe in us, but we did it.
You didn't just do it. You thrashed it. 15-1 winners in the end. What an outstanding result. I
don't think they were trying too hard, to be honest.
I mean, you're right, but still, you got to go out there and you got to get the caps, and you did that very well.
Yeah, feels good, man.
So you're looking at possibly a first week finals matchup against either the Bullfighters or Can We Cap It? Who would you prefer to see, and how do you think the game is probably going to go?
I prefer versus the Ballbusters because we drew against them last time we versed them, and it was like super close. So I reckon we could maybe edge it out for sure. And what was the other question? Fuck, I have bad memory.
And we got Bulwar's here. Bulwar's, a tough end to the season, going down 15-1s. How can you sum up the season for the Kitty Cats this season?
Look, we were absolutely devastated that game. We thought we had a real shot to win, and we were just crying our eyes out when we came last.
Oh, I'm sorry, man. I didn't mean to.
You said you were going to play Hoog, and you didn't. Yeah, no, we didn't really care a huge amount going into this game. We had a good laugh, and that was the important thing, so...
Well, it was glad to hear that you guys had some fun, and I mean the banter in chat was obvious. How seriously you guys were taking this game, and it was a lot of fun to watch.
We spent more time singing that He-Man, like, "Hey, what's going on" song than coming in the second half.
What's going on? I can tell you what's going on. That's going to be the end of the stream because Vin's going to go hit up some scrims. So that confirms the majors finals teams, not necessarily the lineup. And we'll see you later on for the next game. Peace out.